23 years ago today, the unthinkable happened. On November 18th, 1999, the annual Aggie bonfire at Texas A&M University collapsed during its construction, killing 12 people and injuring 27. In the decades since, many have told the story of that day and its aftermath, including our next guest, documentary filmmaker Charlie Minn. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Always good to talk to you, Amanda.
I just want to put it into context a little bit because some of our viewers may not be as familiar with the annual tradition. They may not be Texans. The tradition being the Aggie bonfire. It was lit around Thanksgiving in conjunction with festivities surrounding the University of Texas A&M football game. Both the school-sanctioned bonfire and the rivalry game have ceased to exist for very different reasons. Your documentary, The 13th Man, tells a specific story. Can you talk about that?
Sure. It deals with John Comstock, who was called the 13th man because he was actually pronounced dead by A&M. A&M released a press release saying that John had passed away. He was one of the many that was injured, and John actually survived. He's a miracle survivor. He's from the Dallas area, but he's living in the Bryan area today. His story should be an example to all of us. He epitomizes courage, guts, resiliency. So the movie is centered around him and his survival. John lost his leg, and he's been nothing but an unbelievable trooper since November 18th, 1999. When you meet him, he's not bitter. He'll talk to anybody. Such a nice guy, family guy. And I'm thinking about John and his family, along with all the other families and victims and survivors on November 18th. Because this will be the 23-year anniversary this year.
I remember it like it was yesterday. And to give a visual to our viewers, the bonfire is an engineering feat. It is 59 feet high, 5,000 logs. John was on the fourth tier, about 45 feet up, and he was trapped in that pile for more than 7.5 hours. Why did John agree to share his story with you?
I approached John. Actually, I had approached John maybe 3 years prior, around the 17-year anniversary, but I wasn't able to make the film. And then finally, when 20 years came around, I said, okay, it's now or never, because it was such a landmark anniversary. John and I met up. We did a lot of talking one-on-one, a lot of soul searching, and he agreed to do it. And I'm grateful to John to this day. And he was able to help me get other people on board. It's hard to do a movie 20 years later because you have to track people down. But we all know A&M, they act like a family. I've never been around a friendlier university than Texas A&M. I started calling people howdy, saying howdy after that. And they were very forthcoming. And every November 18th, we should think about the A&M community, the family, about what happened. I almost wish the football game this week landed on the 18th, but it's on the 19th. But A&M does a great job commemorating the people that have passed away, and we should never forget them.
The documentary, again, is The 13th Man, available on Amazon Prime, directed by our guest, Charlie Minn. Charlie, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.